Just kidding.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are tuning in live to the 360 Chop Shop podcast. I'm the host from the coast. I'm your boy Khosmo, and in the building, of course, as always, we got Alan the Alias. We got EJ Knockzilla, Amanda Smiles and Smiles. What's up, girl? And of course, our special guest today, Mikey Donios from Alta Performance. What's going on? What's going on?
What up? What's going on?
Yeah, we got a lot to cover. Welcome to the 360 Chop Shop podcast. I know you guys have been following. So if you guys are tuning in right now, we're going to give everybody a chance to follow along while we get logged on. Again, make sure you follow the 360 Chop Shop podcast on Instagram.
Share it with your friends. Share it with your groups that you're in. Let's go. Let's do this.
360 Chop Shop podcast. We are streaming live on all podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you name it. Those are the main ones, and we're on. We do have a Facebook, of course. That's what we're streaming on right now. So thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this show going. How's everybody doing this week? How's everybody doing?
Chilling.
Good. Doing good.
Man, there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now in this world, and
crazy, bro.
It's crazy,
nuts
first COVID, now protesting. It's crazy.
Oh man, everywhere, looting everywhere. People, it's getting super many. It's too much.
Yeah, it definitely is. But we are here to bring the news and bring the good vibes. You know, we want to take everybody's mind off what's really going on, just for a quick second, because there's so much negativity right now, and it's kind of overwhelming. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting kind of fed up of even just scrolling through social media and just seeing everything that's going on. So let's kind of just take our energy away from that for a quick moment, and let's just bring in some positivity. So again, I want to say congratulations to the entire class of 2020. Big up to you guys, entire Monterey High, Seaside High, everyone, all the high schools.
CSUMB.
Exactly. All the college students. If you guys got your diploma, congratulations. You guys put in so much hard work and had to do your final year in school before you got your diploma on some crazy.
Dude, think about how they went to school, though. Like, they went to school, like, online classes for their last half. Like, you know, I seriously wish, like, I was a graduate this year.
Your son graduated.
I would have graduated from Monterey High, not Central Coast.
You got a high school graduate living with you, though.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Dustin. You know, he just graduated class of 2020 Monterey High. He's going off to Sac State.
Nice.
That was 2019, bro.
Oh, was it last year? Oh, that was last year. My bad. See,
I understand why
you
said that. I understand why you said that. I'm not gonna say why, but I know why.
Hey, but you know what? He's still doing his thing, though. You know, even though he class of 2019, I'm a year ahead. But you know, this 2020 just been a complete jungle ride. I'm telling you, 2020 has just been a quick roller coaster. I mean, it started off with Kobe dying, and then we got the virus. And now we got once again, racial profiling, and man, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
We're in Jumanji. That's what it is.
Jumanji. I know. Can we end the game already? Can we just finish the game?
Whoever started it needs to end it. That's what it is.
Game,
please.
It's ruining up the entire society right now.
It's like, what's next? What else can happen? And actually, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Murder Hornets. That's what's next.
Murder Hornets. I'm telling you, the Murder Hornets are here.
That's
I'm telling you, and they just said U.S. cadets in space.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure. Take me with you. I wish I went. Get me away from there.
They probably hiding alien warfare. You know, you never know. Independence Day, just right around the corner. You know, Will Smith, where you at, man? Come save the world. We need Will Smith and Vin Diesel.
Hey, Will Smith is that dude that would do that right now, though. Will Smith is the type of guy that would save this world.
We had someone just comment on Facebook, just cancel 2020. Can we cancel? Can we hit Control Alt Delete? Can we just reset the entire 2020? Can we just start over?
We just need everyone to stop saying that 2020 is their year, take turns. So maybe maybe I'll go for 2021, someone else can go for 2022, we can alternate. So not everyone.
But it's we got to get through it. We're going to get through it. We're halfway through it. But we there. But anyway, let's welcome our guests. Mikey Donios
What
from
up?
Alta
What's going
Performance
on?
Institute. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Nothing much, just hanging in there, man. Just
Yeah.
trying to stick it out through all this craziness and do our thing,
It's crazy, man. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little about you and your business and what you do for our community.
Yeah, man. So born and raised Marina, right? Marina Cat, Seaside High.
Dogtown?
Yeah. And then just ended up going to USF up in the Bay, came back down here after doing the whole family thing,
Mhm.
and was approached by a good friend of mine, Aaron Cruz, he's been a personal trainer for around about 15 years. And he's like, hey, man, I got this opportunity to take over this small little location out in Toro Park. And at that time, I was really just looking for a change. I was working in HR for about like 8 years. And, I fucking hated it.
The desk work, man.
Yeah, the desk work gets to you. I mean, I didn't hate the work itself. I'm just a people's person. So I love helping people and talking to people. It's just who I was becoming, right? I was sitting at a desk for 8 hours, 10 hours a day. Pretty sedentary, man. I had like all those earmarks of being unhealthy, like pre-diabetes, all that fun stuff, it was it just all came to fruition where I was looking for a change. Aaron got presented an opportunity and I was like, you know what? Hey, no time like the present, right? So took a little money that we had, and threw it all together and opened up the spot. And that was about coming up on 2 years now. Up on 2 years.
So where are you guys at right now? Where are you guys located? Exactly.
So we still got the little spot out in Toro Park. We're subleasing a little spot out there. That's where we originally started. But we opened a brand new facility right there off of Del Monte Boulevard. Kind of if everybody's OGs over here, right? Remember skating rink, right? You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Right over there. So
was that the spot that used to be
jumping around?
Yeah, that's the spot right there.
And it was a gym too before that.
Yeah, I think
maybe after
CCSA or Central
CCA.
Coast. CCA, that's what it was in there before.
Softball, huh?
Yeah.
And Man Up Athletics was working out of there before you guys.
That's right.
Shout out to Maurice, man. He was running the gym over there, helping out all the athletics until he moved his location.
Yeah, I was listening to your guys' other podcast with them on there. Had to talk about the Monterey versus Seaside game. Still a little mad about that one. The little heat who should have won.
Oh, that's
Seaside.
Right. You were Spartan. That's right.
Oh, you went to Seaside?
Yeah. So
my bad.
You know what I'm saying? You guys brought up some bad memories over there, man.
What year did you graduate?
99, man.
90. Oh, so that was your year.
Yeah, Tony Alexander, Ray Sean, Jake, everybody, all the homies was on that team.
Yeah, rest in peace, Tony Alexander.
Yeah, rest in peace, Tony. It was it's a hell of a game, man. Should have won, but it's all good. It's all good. Still got that rivalry going.
Oh, it's still going.
Yeah, for sure. Got shout out my cousin, K. Coy, playing Seaside High.
Graduate
back. Yeah, he's gonna be a senior coming up.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so 21. Okay.
Yeah. Putting in work.
Yeah. So is Aaron going to be joining us tonight?
You know what? I'm not sure. I don't think he is. I thought he was going to be able to join us, but I think he got tied up in some other things. I was hoping he could.
Yeah, man. So the new location, when you guys had the grand opening, that was just last year, right?
Yeah, just last year.
I had the privilege of DJing that and being a part of that. And thank you so much again for the both of you guys for having me doing that. And it was a great experience for me. You guys had that little raffle, and then I won. Me being the DJ, won a free 6-week challenge. Yeah. Which was
have you used it yet, though?
I know I used it. I got on that thing.
He put in work.
I started working out frequently over there and seeing how people were actually a lot of people that I know and people that I'm related to were all working out there, and the gym was growing. So I personally, am a huge fan of Alta Performance Institute.
Appreciate it, man.
And being able to work with you guys and work out with you guys, and I appreciate all the accountability that you guys have on all of your clients, and you guys really show that you truly care, and but with everything that's been going on with the hall, even I myself, I had to couldn't go to the gym.
Yeah.
because of COVID-19 and shelter in place and you guys shut down, how were you guys, other than, of course, I know you guys do live streams and everything, but how else have you guys been able to manage, to keep going and keep thriving as a new business in Monterey County?
Yeah, like you just mentioned, man, it was really tough because we just opened that new location in July last year. Yeah, so sunk a lot of money, into the new place, new equipment, refurbished everything from the floors, and then all this happens, right? And it's a testament to all of our wonderful members like yourself, Mo. I mean, if it wasn't for everybody sticking with us, we wouldn't be open. There wouldn't be an Alta Performance to go back to. So we're super appreciative. Thank you, everybody out there in the community, friends, family that supported us, that's sticking with us through that. I can't say enough about everybody. I mean, we just had to make that quick pivot like everybody else here, right? We were doing our thing and then all of a sudden this happened. So we had to switch up the game. We were a brick and mortar gym and then we're like, okay, tomorrow we're all going online.
Straight up. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it was nuts. So we're like, okay, well, and I'm not like audio visual gurus like yourselves over there. So I was screwing with a camera, my laptop. I'm like, audio sounded hella shitty. It was like everything was jumpy. I looked like I was dialing into like a dial up. It was a mess when I first started, but we kind of like the rest of everybody just kind of got used to using Zoom, right? Got used to upgrading our little setup, little microphones, lav mics, all that good stuff. And just began to progress from there and kind of learn. And, and we got a lot of great feedback from a lot of our members on, hey, I wish you could do this. And we just tried to provide the very best product out there to all of our members, because that's who we're really here for, just to help our community.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, tell us more about your spot. Like, what do you like? Is it like, I'm basically, I don't know. I haven't been to the gym for like 5 years, I think.
No worries. No time like the present, bro.
So it's like CrossFit. Is it like, you guys got like a whole like full setup? Like, how's it? What is it? What's going on out there in Alta?
Yeah, so most of our things, we do a lot of group workouts, but we do also personal training, things of that nature. And it's a diverse demographic. Mo could attest to that. We got people right out of college, some college kids all the way up to like 65. And that's a testament to kind of the system that we teach. Kind of what we do is we were based off of a system developed by Scott Sonnen. Shout out to Scott, great guy, wealth of knowledge out there. And it's the CST TACFIT system. And this system really trains you on how to train, but train really smart, really mobility focused, right? Testing your range of motion, but also building your strength, right? So it's great that you can do a lot of these explosive movements, but if you don't know how to recover, if you don't have your nutrition dialed in, if you don't know how to tie it all together and have somebody there with you, kind of holding you accountable, I mean, it's really tough, man. I mean,
sure.
Yeah, like when I was working in HR, man, I got up to like 200 pounds, bro. And like, I'm not a big guy, I'm like 5'4", in high school, I was like a $135, right? So just being sedentary and just feeling like shit, man, just made me want to get better, right? But when I first started working out, I'm just like anybody. I walk into a gym, I'm like, all right, let me figure it out. I remember high school doing little, the bars, deadlifts, all that stuff. But then like I blow myself out, right? Super sore, can't move, right? And then not eating right, so I wouldn't see any results. So when I connected with Aaron was practicing this TACFIT system for like 15 years, and I connected with him. We helped with the help of some other great consultants that we worked with, develop our program. And then what we try to do is just make it super easy for everybody, because making a change in your life, no matter what it is, either being fitness, education, self-improvement, the first step's always going to be the hardest step, right? So we just want to make it as easy as possible and provide as much support. So we try to cover just your fitness, your nutrition, as well as the accountability piece. So you kind of get all three all together. So, I mean, as far as equipment goes, we're pretty unconventional, man. We got all the conventional stuff, you throw around, you got the weights, you want to deadlift 600 pounds. We can show you how to do that, but we work with Some of the more unconventional things, club bells, kettlebells, get down on the rowers a couple times. And, it's a wide array of different tools that we utilize.
Just doing things properly, right? Because I know, like, man, I got my little home gym going on right now. I don't even have no 45 weights, but I still be hurting myself. I still find a way to hurt myself one way or another.
I got
oh man, my back.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's the thing too, that this kind of situation had to show everybody is like, you got to make do with what you have. Yeah. And what do we all have is, our bodies, right? And you can get a hell of a workout with just your body weight, right? Or just even a little 5 pound. Aaron's coming out with a brand new program, just utilizing 5 pound club bell weights, and showing you how to utilize your body, get a full range of motion, but also build your strength just by utilizing 5 pounds of weight. Most people be like, man, that ain't nothing. But trust me, that if you do it in the right way, you put in some work for sure.
I really like what I've been doing lately is HIIT. I love HIIT, high intensity interval training. That's the best. You just work up a sweat like no other.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's hella ways to get after it, for sure. And then it's tough. Like I always tell everybody, like if I try to go in and do your job, right, I'm gonna be terrible at it. Terrible. So it's unrealistic for somebody to go into the gym and be good at lifting weights, getting results, right? So you're going to need somebody. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs a coach. Even the best of the best out there have a coach, right? So
that's why they do, right? Like that's like, you see LeBron James, you see all these other guys, and they all got coaches. Like it's not just them, it's never like that.
Yeah. So
you can't see your own form. Yeah, you can't see your own form. Someone has to see you, and they have to correct your form and the ways you're doing it, and see how they can improve you.
Yeah, exactly. So like if you're trying to make that change, and you're like, oh, I can do this on my own. Sure, maybe, right? You can get there eventually. But if you have a coach, somebody on your side that knows, where your range of motion is, if you had past injuries, nutritionally where you're at, if they know that part, getting to that goal, right? What we always tell everybody, getting to that vacation is a little bit easier, right? Yeah. The journey there is a little bit easier, maybe a little bit faster, depending on how much you want to work at it, right?
I always find it easier to work out with a coach or in a group setting, because I feel myself more motivated, when I'm around people that are working out, doing the same motions as me, struggling just as I am, but it allows me to push myself mentally. And I know I had a lot more success working out with Alta than working out on my own, and it just, I don't know. It just being in that setting allows me to just kind of just like push myself even more, rather than just doing my own workouts at the gym and just, kind of doing sets of doing liftings and stuff like that. Of course, I played sports and I played high school football. Did you play any sports, Mikey?
Yeah, man. Baseball, football. I loved playing football. I played all the way up until about JV, and then all of a sudden, like, physics happened, right? So like I'm 5'4", 130, and then everybody came back to school. Everybody was 6 foot, 225 pounds. Then just the physics of it just didn't work anymore, right? So
that's the beauties of being Filipino.
Yeah, right? But I put in work a little bit. I got defensive player of the year freshman year. I got a little something.
Nice.
Yeah, so it just, being in that team setting, in that sports setting, that's where I feel more comfortable to be working out, just like when I was playing high school football. And, Scott's a great trainer. I've always been working out with Scott, and, shout out to Scott, by the way. I haven't seen him in a while.
Scott Wilson, man.
And the entire Alta team, he's just like, man, it's a whole different environment when you're in that team setting. Just because you have that capability to be motivated by everyone else who's also trying to seek that same motivation. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, we're all like humans, right? We're all tribal by nature. We want to be a part of something. And then sometimes we have that competitive nature. Like you walk into a situation, be like, okay, we'll see what this guy's doing over here. Oh, are you getting after it? I'm gonna get after it too, and just you kind of build off of that, right? And it's great because everybody's there to work, right? When you come in, everybody's there for a reason, right? It might be a different reason, but we're all kind of the same mentality of just self-improvement. Yeah, so it just, everybody's trying to get down. That's pretty much about it. Sometimes you go into some other gyms and you got the people hanging out, taking pictures and selfies on the machines and all this other stuff, flexing in the mirror or whatever. That's cool if you want to be into that thing, but we're out here trying to get work done for the most part.
Something that always interests me though, go ahead, Mo. Were you
no, go ahead.
That, or were you gonna say something off of what he was just saying?
No, I was gonna ask a question, but go ahead.
Okay. Now, something that always interests me is like how people decide what the name of their business is gonna be. Like, can you talk about like why you chose Alta Performance?
Yeah, we were really thinking about what are we all really all about, right? And what we're really all about is kind of helping people get to that next level, keep rising, right? And then we really wanted to tie it in to the area that we're all from. Myself from Marina, went to Seaside High, grew up on Monterey Peninsula. Aaron, same thing, from Marina, went to Seaside High, right? And then I'm a historic kind of person. I love that stuff. Like, I'm just a nerd that way. I like watching like the History Channel back in the day, right before I go to sleep. So for me, like Alta, we looked up the root like Latin of it. And for the most part, it's just to excel, right? And then California used to be called Alta California when it was under control of Mexico.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I mean, we're like, okay, Alta sounds cool, and then we just went with Alta Performance. So that was just kind of where the genesis of all that was.
Nice.
You guys do any like because I know I seen you at Jason's house, so we watching the MMA fights over there. So you guys like have like MMA things? You guys got training for like jujitsu or anything like that?
No, we don't. But a lot of people that train in the system that we utilize.
Okay.
So we've had Aaron's trained a couple fighters, people, jiu-jitsu. Shout out to our Professor Alberto Crane. He's coming out with a Grapplers 101, came out with it this week. So all based off of the system that we teach over at Alta. So we really kind of hone in on your mobility, really great for people that practice jiu-jitsu and grip strength as well. But, in the future, maybe, me and Aaron, we love that stuff, we're just really into it. I don't practice it myself. Always wanted to, just never really had time. I know that's not an excuse, right? But hopefully I'm gonna get in there once I get enough.
You guys planning on getting an octagon over there?
It's funny. We was talking about that because we went down to LA recently to go film Aaron's new program coming out, and he was at Alberto's place that had an octagon. I was like, oh shit, we need one of these.
Speaking of Aaron,
I think he's connected.
Tapped in right now.
Here we go.
There he is.
You got
to turn your camera on there, brother.
Turn your camera on, homie.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure this thing out here.
Hey, you live on a hot mic and a hot video.
Yeah.
Make sure everything's ready, bro.
Yeah, figure it out, bro.
I don't know what my problem is right now. Let me see.
How many trainers do you have?
I got it. I'm in.
We have a total of about. Hey, there we go.
In the dark, sorry.
Aaron in the house. Aaron Cruz.
Let me turn on some lights over here.
Yeah. There we go.
Coming at you live from the Golden Gate.
Coming out the fog.
So how did your trainers adjust to the whole coronavirus and streaming everything online with their clients and everything like that? How did the clients adjust and how the trainers adjust?
Yeah, it's really hard at first telling the trainers, right, there's no more work. That was first and foremost the hardest thing. But what we had to do is we adjusted, right, and adapted, and like we just had everybody get used to utilizing Zoom, right? Mm-hmm. And actually worked out pretty good because some of our trainers, like Davina, we do yoga on Saturdays. So Davina went out. She had went with her husband. Husband's in the military over to Texas, but she was still able to teach from Texas while she was out there with her husband. Obviously, if we're just brick and mortar, she wouldn't be able to do that.
Right.
So this is kind of the silver lining for some of our trainers. If they're out of town, they can still hold their training. And when we were down in LA, we actually shot some of our live training down in LA with a different background. So that was kind of cool.
That's kind of cool. It's kind of different.
Yeah,
just
no doubt.
Just the gym. You can do something outside. Have your clients outside in their backyard if it's nice.
Definitely.
Yeah,
So,
that's something too that I like just with the way times are going. I feel like we're going to see a lot more like remote jobs opening up and things like that, just because that's kind of the way that we've all had to work for the last couple months, and I mean, I think the fact that you guys were able to make that switch over so quickly, it's not something that people are always capable of doing, or have the knowledge, the technical knowledge to do those kinds of things, or to even figure out where to start, and so I commend you guys on that for jumping on that quickly, because that was part of why we just decided to just go ahead and just start the podcast. We talked about it for a while, and then we're like, we might as well just do it and forget all the technical things that we got to do. Let's just do whatever we can with what we have, and make it work. And I feel like being able to jump on something like that at the forefront, it pretty much sets you up like as an innovator of what the next movement gonna be,
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely interesting and challenging, but I think, I was just talking with Aaron about this. Like today, I'm building a chicken coop in my backyard. I'm trying to be like Farmer EJ over there. So like, I went to Home Depot and it was a trip. You can go order your stuff, right? They text you when it's ready, and you just drive over there and they load it into your car. I'm like, that's the kind of stuff that's going to stick around, because that was cool to me.
And then got to get out your car and grab all that shit.
Yeah. So like that, I think it forced companies and people to innovate. It was just a forced innovation. And some of this innovation is going to stick around. We've talked to a lot of our members was, they asked us, they said, hey, are you guys going to still do the online classes? And we have this thing called playbooks, right? We provide all the workouts on a website with links to our live sessions as well as our recordings. So people can always go back and kind of have access to that library of information.
That's like a member portal kind of thing?
Yep, member portal that they can, that we show them and they have access to. And then they can always go back. So if they're traveling, they can access that and utilize that. Or if they just want to do it from home, can't make it in, to the gym on a certain day, they can access that and get down on that type of workout. So a lot of our members said, hey, this is what we want. We want this to keep on going. And we're like, yeah, let's do that. So I think for us, it's going to be now a mixture, right? It's going to be, we're going to have our people that, like myself, I like being in with a group of people and getting after it, right? That's how I motivate myself. Some people don't have either the schedule or they like working out by themselves. So now we're going to be able to help those, two types of customers.
Yeah, I believe that too, because sometimes people have kids or they can't go to certain classes, and having that ability to do it at home gives you that motivation to at least keep going, and having that trainer with you live or anything like that at home too, that's still motivating itself.
Yeah,
let's talk to Aaron for a quick second, man. He just jumped on
and listening. I'm so
brother. Hey, we want to welcome you to the 360 Chop Shop podcast. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yay.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Oh, my background. Let's see. Well, my name's Aaron Cruz. I grew up in Marina, California, and then actually did grade school in San Jose, and then moved back to Marina. Finished off like middle school all the way up to high school, Seaside High. And then that's where I met Mike, because everyone knows everybody in Marina and Seaside. So you kind of get in that crowd. And, I graduated in 96, so I think I'm a little older than you guys, but, we're all from the peninsula, mid-Cal, you know, so.
Well, Amanda's the only one that's not from the Monterey Bay. She's out in the Bay Area.
I'm in the
Okay.
peninsula, like San Francisco
Hey, you
Peninsula.
guys better sign up for them online tutorials. They're in the Bay.
Yeah, and that's been great. You know, the online stuff. I mean, without Mike there to really assist with that, you know, the struggle would have been, you know, like for real, you know. And I see a lot of people struggling with that. So I definitely, you know how, you know, I definitely know how grateful and blessed I am to be able to work with somebody as great as Mike and be able to complement each other in what we do. You know, and with Mike's skills, he's able to help a lot of people out. I see him, you know, what he does on a regular basis, and you know, he allows me to reach more people as well with what he does, and it works, you know. And so I'm always excited, you know, when I come into work or anything I do, because you know, it helps when people believe in you and you have that support, right? Keeps that fire lit underneath you.
Sure.
And you know, just like you guys are doing during these times when, you know, this huge transition, you get to see what people are made of, you know, and how you adapt. And you guys were able to do this podcast, and that's another thing that I try to look at too, like a little bit about myself, try to look at, you know, the positive in things, right? You know, and I know people are different in that sense. A lot of people just look at, you know, just everything negative or all the, you know, the bad things that are coming their way. But there's always a lesson to be learned in all those things, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's what I look for. You know, once you get past like the initial, like overwhelming, like, you know, like I'm, you know, like you're falling off a cliff feeling, then, you know, then you learn.
Amen to that.
I mean, you can't learn without trying, right? So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to go through, you got to put yourself out there, and, you know, always be like, you know, always look back at like my martial arts background too. It's like, you always want to be like a white belt, you know, you always want to be learning something new. You want to always, even if you are a black belt, you want to go into everything with a white belt attitude, right? So you don't, you know.
It's that open mindset, you know.
Exactly. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you always gotta feel like you know you fighting for something. You know, once you hit that maximum level, it's not like, you know, you can't just stop right there. You always gotta be like, yo, I gotta find something that will push me to be better, right?
Yes.
That goal setting, you always want to have a goal, and if you reach that goal, you have another goal.
I think that's when all the like creative juice is flowing. You know, is us being humans. You know, we like, you know, getting with like-minded people, letting the juices floating, creating, coming up with ideas, innovating. And so it's good to see people do that, you know, during these times, you know, and not let, you know, things get too overwhelming for them. So
Absolutely.
So before you logged on, I was talking to Mikey about you guys getting the octagon in the gym or what?
No, that'll be great. That'll be some great entertainment for me in between classes for sure.
Entertainment.
Some members duke it out real quick.
Yeah, people want to get in
you guys
there,
got beef, just duke it out in the octagon. There you go.
I can hold mitts. I can hold mitts really good. I'm getting better at that. That's what I'm working at right there. So I could, you know, work with some fighters and help them out with their skills and footwork and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to Austin, Texas, June 13th to actually learn more of that with my buddy Eric Milan. He's been blessed to work with UFC fighters. What's his name? Six Gun Gibson.
Shout out to E6.
Yeah.
E6.
So he knows how to work. Yeah, if you ever seen him hold mitts and what he can do, it's pretty amazing. You know, you definitely want to take advantage of that when he comes around. So I'm definitely impressed.
The Viking Ninja, right? The Viking
Ninja. Yeah.
Is he still doing music? Do you know? I haven't talked to him.
Yeah, man, he's doing everything.
40831.
What is he not doing? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, I remember back in the day, he was with the Underhogs, and then he was doing his own thing.
Weren't they 40831 or something like that?
Yeah, they were
Projects.
40831.
I think EJ, you produced a couple tracks with him too, right?
Yeah. So they were 40831 and then changed to Realization.
That's right. Yeah.
And then that was like they dropped like 2 albums or something, and then I guess decided to just go their separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
So where you guys stand right now? Where's Alta at right now? Where you guys are you guys open? Are you guys able to like just take new people in and all that?
I mean, we're able to take new clients online, unfortunately, only. But you know, we're just waiting for the county to be like, yeah, you guys are ready to rock. I think we are staged. I know, man.
We're at
like
stage 2.5, I believe.
Yeah, we're supposed to be in stage 3.
We got they open up barbershops and nail salons. Oh,
no,
not nail salons. They open up barbershops and hair salons.
We're not even in the conversation. I don't think.
That's fucked up, man.
We're not actually where I'm at right now in the Bay Area. They're not opening up anything. Only Napa County is the only thing that's opening up. Yeah, out here. And I don't. You know what? To be honest, I think there might be martial law coming soon too.
I know. With all this going on right now.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I just barely got an eyeful of that. What's going on? I kind of stay out of the news and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it's in my
it's
head.
depressing, man.
But the stuff that's going on right now, I'm like, what the hell? I just saw a picture of like downtown, like east side of Salinas. They put pallets up on one of the grocery stores over there, getting ready for just whatever. I guess I was like, wow, it's getting close now, huh?
It's actually really close. I
need to check my cameras right now. Just
I live next to a mall down the street, and they said that they hit that mall down the street.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. They had thousands of cars caravan around Oakland Port. Thousands.
You better call first before you come over, Mike.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff that's going on in this world, and it's hard to understand for some people. You know, we know the cause of it. We know what the incident that started. That's the multiple incidents, I should say, that started it, but it's just escalated to a level that's just like beyond control, and man, just God be with everybody, man. It's tough, man. It's angering, it's saddening at the same time, it's depressing, but through and through, we still got to stick it through. We still got to bring positivity.
Yeah, just be smart, during these times, I guess. That's the best thing.
It's small businesses that are really getting hurt. They're already hurting from what's going on with COVID, being shut down, can't service anyone. And now they definitely can't service anyone. People don't realize, like, insurance companies they're not going to pay them back. They can't file those claims. So really, they're either going to shut down forever, or it's going to take a while for them to come back. And these are mom and pop stores that they use their life savings to open up their business that they wanted. And now you have people that's just destroying them, and people don't care. It's like no one has heart for these small businesses. People are just beating up everybody. Like it's the purge. It's so crazy. Like,
and it has nothing to do with what happened either.
It's like people finding ways to just go out there, and they're not even from those cities. There are people flocking in from all over suburbs or wherever cities, going to these main cities to destroy them. And it's like, do you not know that you're going to pay extra tax dollars to pay all these officers overtime? You're paying the city. You're going to pay more to pay all these people to stop this. So this is really going to come out of your tax money. And hello, second stimulus check, that's goodbye. That's not going to happen. You're not going to get that in July.
This could be those people's jobs, is to break into shit.
Bro, hey,
like, this is my job.
I follow that conspiracy shit. This could, that's the Antifa, that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They send shit up so people fail, sending people up for failure. But that's the problem though, is everyone's falling for it. Everyone's like, yo, there's a pallet full of bricks here, so let's go throw them at fucking every freaking business that we can see right now.
Yeah, that's like straight set up. And that cop who broke AutoZone's glass or something, who started everything too. It's all a conspiracy theory.
And that's what's hard. That's what's so hard about like social media and everything, is like, because you see what people repost and they post, and then you see all this, and then you see what the media shows, but it's like, who are you to judge what is the real shit and what is the fucking fake shit,
I wonder if everyone just turned their stuff off and just went about their day
and just fucking live your fucking life, right?
Yeah.
But actually, there's like a couple cities where cops were kneeling down and cops were protesting, walking with the protesters. So like Santa Cruz, and Flint, Michigan, and all these other places. Like, I commend those cops, because they're saying, we're good cops, and these bad cops are giving us a bad name, but we're here to like be with the community, and that's what it's all about. It's the community. But it's just that bad seed can destroy everything.
I think that's what's big, man.
How about LA though? They got military walking around there. Does San Francisco have that too, or no?
Not yet.
No?
But they probably will.
they ain't messing
Absolutely.
around down there. That shit looks
It's
dangerous.
crazy. Oakland, San Francisco, Emeryville, everywhere. They got Walnut Creek today. That's Walnut Creek, you know? And my friend said that they got Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
He started going to houses in Beverly Hills.
Dude,
Like,
y'all heard of Round 2, right? And
What?
like Sean Wotherspoon, he has Round 2. It's all like vintage, old school clothing, right? I got a shop like that out here in Monterey. And it's like last night they just got like ransacked, like the whole thing.
yeah,
What?
Fight Club, everything in LA gone.
I watched his Instagram, right? And he said, like, you know, if that was me, I'd be like pissed, like, dude, why y'all fuck with me and do all this shit? But instead, he was just all about, you know, I'm standing with the community. I know shit is fucked up, basically. And he just ran, like, he didn't say nothing about, like, no bad things about the people that got his store. And that's like,
Whoa.
he's a multi-million-dollar store. Like, he's selling, like, shoes that are like $1,000 a piece and vintage clothing that, like, you've never seen, like, Grateful Dead, like, from, like, the 60s. Things like that. All that shit got jacked. And he just like was just like, you know what? I'm good. But damn, we need to fix this shit. Straight up.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
We need more people like that.
I had a friend in Oakland who was trying to help his whole block out with, you know, people trying to ransack all the stores. And he said he was up till 4 a.m. trying to protect his own business, you know, and it's sad. It's so sad how it's so widespread and so it's nationwide that it's chaos. But if you think about it, 41 million people are unemployed. They've been stuck in home for 3 months. What else? You know, people are homeless, you know, and so it's like, what else? They're going to go out and try to get what they need to get.
And probably a little nutty too at this point, right? And
Mm-hmm,
if you're dealing with all this,
Yeah, it's like a perfect storm, man.
Seeing what's going on in San Jose, you know, when they first started blocking off the highways, you know, they blocked off 101, 880, 680, 580. They blocked them all. They shut them all down. And then you got people that were bashing cars.
Exactly.
On the highway, you know, for whatever reason. You know, it's not right. You got innocent people out there with their children and you're bashing their cars, you know, and causing all this ruckus. And it's like, man, what if that was your child that was in the back seat? You busting and open the window, you know, and your child gets cut open like that. People are not like really thinking, you know. I seen another video too where it was a homeless guy. Like they were trying to burn up this pile of trash and they threw a mattress on top of it, and it was a homeless guy's bed. And he was mad, you know. It was like he was like going around yelling there, like, "This is my home. I live here. This is my bed. You guys are burning it. What are you doing?" You know, it is sad that, you know, there's homeless people that you know, again, innocent people that are really
yeah, and those are the people that don't need to be out there, you know.
It's scary, you know, like it's scary as a single mom, you know. I was just think, what if I was out there with my daughter on the freeway and they just stopped it and they're starting smashing cars? Like, what do I do? How do I protect my daughter and myself? You know, like this is the point where, okay, people are going to start getting guns. Like people are going to start shooting people for reals, you know. It's like, what do I do? You know?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Someone's blowing stuff up outside in my neighborhood. I'm hearing all kinds of explosions and
fireworks. It's 4th of July early.
This is the question I want to ask everyone that's viewing right now, like the commenters and the people that are on our Facebook, our live feed. It's like, but like, you know, you have all this going on, but right, but like, this is for a cause, right? This is for someone's life that got lost, right? And this isn't the first life of a person that was lost because of the same issue, right? Police brutality, you know, just excessive force type of thing, right? So where's that boundary though? Where's that boundary where it's like, you know what? Let's not block the freeways. Let's do it from the street. Let's do it from the corner. Like, what does everyone else think about that?
I think there's definitely a right way to do it. And, you know, the instant violence and vandalism is, I mean, that's just going to get people to separate more because people are not going to agree with it. They don't want to go that route and they're going to want to defend themselves, just like we're talking about now. And that's going to cause separation. No one's going to be for that cause. But if they all do it the right way, civilized, you know, it's hard to think about these days when everything seems so uncivilized.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, right? It's like far-fetched now. It's like, yeah, we could just do, you know, go to go to the courts, stand up protests out front of the courts, City Hall, But at the same time, I mean, what are you protesting? Because all the people involved, they all got arrested. They're all getting charged. It's not like Rodney King where the people got off and everyone goes nuts. I mean, of course, someone did die too. And I know that's infuriating, but
people
there's a lot of things involved, right? That can,
people are just angry,
Yeah.
And that's the thing is people are just fed up with having to deal with racial tension and racial profiling. And it's like people can't even go outside and run. People can't even go outside and just walk the streets just because of the color of their skin, and they're in fear of their lives. People shouldn't have to live in fear of their lives.
Right.
But now with everything that's going on, people are living in fear. Now, right now.
It's just filled with double standards too. That's what everything's about right now,
And can you imagine, like, this hasn't even gone to court yet. We haven't even got a verdict on this cop yet. So can you imagine if this goes to the point where something does happen and he does get acquitted? How crazy is this going to be? This hasn't even gone to court yet. That's all I'm going to say. And it's going on right now.
This is just going to be the beginning.
This is definitely just beginning.
So it's going to be very interesting. Like, I was thinking about it because I saw how they shut down the White House, right? Because the White House went on lockdown. I was like, that is scary. When's the last time you heard about the White House going on lockdown? And you can only think about, like, when's the last time, like, you've seen those marches over in Washington, D.C. where there's like thousands of people, right?
Right.
So like you get one of those marches and then you get our president sending one wrong tweet during that march. Yeah, that's just going to be like a match on a titter pile. It's just going to incite something. And, it's something out of a movie. Like, you can't believe this is real life. Like, what if you see these people begin to try to storm the White House or something? Like, they tried to break down the barriers there. It's just going to be total anarchy after that. And it's scary. It's very scary.
Run for the hills.
Serious. I
did a post today on Facebook, and I know probably some of you guys seen it, but I want to read it, and I want to get you guys' opinion, because this is what my own personal opinion, my thoughts. And this is what I said. I said, do you think it's possible that the government staged this whole fiasco to purposely cause this uprising, rebelliousness, and anarchy for the country to turn against itself in order to give the government more of a reason to enforce martial law and forcibly take control over society?
And shut down small businesses at the same fucking time.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like they are doing this for small businesses, so the small business could ask for more loans from the government. That's another way. Because they're already in need of money to stay open. So why not do this to ask for more money?
I got two shops. I'm fucking dying.
This is just in that they looted the Great Mall. So if you are near Milpitas, San Jose, just stay away, please. And you should be inside, because I think San Jose has a curfew at 7:00 right now. So be careful out there, everyone, please.
My cousin lived right next to the mall.
Yeah, so just letting you know, this just in. They said they got the Great Mall now.
Man, that happened quick.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I got my cameras on, like full notification. Like, I'm just waiting for my notification to hit my phone right now to be like, hey, broke a window. And I'm just waiting right now. If anything happens, dude, fuck.
And I feel like they could see this stuff happening in other cities too, and they're like, it's like a competition almost now. Like, we could do it better and bigger.
Yeah.
We could cause a bigger fire.
But the scariest is that it's happening. It was only happening at night, but now it's happening during the day.
Daylight. Yeah.
So it's like everyone's it's just so brazen. Like, they just don't care. There's no fear in the world. It's like, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. They had in another city, they had all the recycling trucks and garbage trucks lined up to form a barrier so people would not come through, but they're gonna find ways.
Hey, but see, can you guys answer this? When's the last time they freaking said a COVID update of how many people died?
Right?
That ain't on the news no more.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's disappeared.
All of a sudden it stopped.
Yeah.
Let's see how many people are gonna have COVID after this event, huh?
That's what I'm saying too. That's another thing. That's what I was gonna bring up. It's like we're in the middle of a pandemic. and we were practicing social distancing. We were abiding in social distancing, and we got
A homeboy that was on his knee on dude's face was not 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
Right.
He wasn't
He
wearing
didn't have a mask.
He didn't have a mask
Yeah,
on.
he didn't have a mask.
Come on.
None of them had a mask.
But it's like it's just gonna be a huge spike,
Yeah.
when they do the numbers again.
So they say.
So they say. We'll see what happens. But it's already the numbers in the US alone was already past the hundreds of thousands. And then not even counting the people that have been tested positive for it. And then, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy to just think about. It's crazy to think about, but we got to talk about it. We really got to talk about it. Because there's people that are just uninformed. There's people that are ignorant, and there's people that are acted upon their ignorance. And, it's just like, man, what's going on? What can we do? We could join the fight. We could sit here and post signs and protest. We could definitely do that. But, we're going to be risking our lives and our safety if we do that, with everything that's going on. And it's just like, man, it's
a scary world out there for sure. For sure.
What you making over there, Aaron? What you whipping up?
This dude making dinner right here. Love podcast.
It's gonna share some through the screen.
We're gonna turn it.
You guys are making me hungry. All this looting and stuff.
Chef Aaron show.
That Alta performance plan dinner.
Yeah, what's going on over there? Is that
they got
tuna?
that Kirkland
Tuna.
albacore.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Are they gonna raid Costco next?
Nothing fancy. I'm making a tuna sandwich. My bad. Nothing fancy.
People are smart. They'll raid Costco. We get more
No,
items.
that's gonna be our next segment. Chef Aaron.
Chef Aaron.
All right, let's go. Let's see what you're doing. Let's see how you're doing all this right now.
On the Golden Gate Bridge.
So would you mix it with that tuna fish with some avocado, or would you got some olive oil and some? I know you didn't use mayo.
No, I use yogurt.
Oh.
Greek yogurt.
Yogurt and mustard.
Greek yogurt, huh?
I never tried tuna fish and Greek yogurt.
That.
That's different.
But you put some pepper, and it's more consistent with sour cream yogurt. So if you want to use it to substitute sour cream, I use it for that easily. But I never had tuna sandwich with yogurt before, so I'll tell you how it is right now. I would have used mayonnaise, but I don't have any.
You got to get the spatula and scrape the top of it, bro.
There you go.
What do you think is gonna happen next? To be honest, like, what do you think what's gonna go down?
What's gonna happen is martial law.
Mm-hmm.
People. The president already authorized the military to take in force when needed.
Oh yeah, if you loot, you shoot, right?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
And people are getting shot with rubber bullets.
Reporters.
Reporters. People are just standing outside of their home on the porch. They're getting shot by people that are patrolling, by the police and military who are patrolling the streets and getting shot.
Yeah. Did you see that with those reporters? They let him go like almost immediately, and he got back on the news. And
CNN dude, right?
Yeah. And they told him that they wouldn't talk to him, but he said they arrested him. The command came from somebody else, whoever was in charge. So we already know that, the foot soldiers are out there just listening to their commander, and there's one person in charge that's, making the decisions, pressing the buttons and stuff. So they didn't even know why they were arresting him when they arrested that guy. I think they were probably just clearing him out the way. They didn't know what to do with him. Like, just get him out of there. Because they arrested everybody. They arrested the whole crew, took the camera equipment, and just moved them, basically.
They're pepper spraying anybody that's in their way. They could be people not even facing them, and they're walking away, and they'll just pepper spray them. Or just do something.
Wait till it gets at night too. Don't you think it's gonna be worse? It's gonna be more on edge at night. People are gonna be out there.
It's gonna be worse tonight, I feel.
And you have liberals out there, but like, it's a free country. I could go wherever I want. Be like, go ahead, you dummy. Go ahead and walk around the military. They're walking around with their AKs and stuff. Do it. Show them your rights.
Yeah, you're gonna have flying over soon.
Yeah, I'll wait till they leave before I go around there.
Do you think that this would evolve into an all-out civil war? I mean, it's already a civil war, don't get me wrong, but as far as like full on rebels versus the empire type of thing.
I think we're getting to that point.
It's coming close. Actually, it's it's going further to the US, further than the US. It's actually happening in London now, in England, that all the protests is going on too.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's getting, I don't know, it's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say really what's going to really happen, but you know, you would only hope that cooler heads prevail. People that have gone through this type of struggle before. We got to rely upon those civil rights leaders, right, that have gone through this, made these changes to get to where we're at right now, to help guide us through those types of things. Because right now, it's been so long, I feel like, before anybody has really rallied and put a voice to a cause that everybody can follow behind, right? I think you guys see that when Killer Mike had that speech.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't listen to it.
That was powerful.
So
man.
touching. Yeah.
Very powerful. And I mean, he's a son of a police officer, Atlanta police officer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you could see he was visibly shaken and moved to speak. And the words that came out of his mouth was just powerful. I mean, he was talking about now is the time to go home and plot and really figure out, basically telling everybody, what are you going to do? What is your motive, right? And if you really want to affect change, you're going to have to organize it to see how you're going to make this change happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you can't just run out and just cause ruckus like people are doing now. Like,
right.
That's
Man, this is all for clout, bruh. Like
it's all it's the generation, you know, it's that generation that
they want that IG, they want that story, they want 100,000 views, they want 50,000 views. That's what it's all about.
I see a lot of people are scrolling on the feed. I see a lot of people just posting selfies of themselves at rallies and stuff like that, and just like, look at me type of deal, you know, like, you know, I mean, I get it. If you can stand for the cause, stand for the cause, but you know, don't put the attention on you.
right.
If you're gonna take photos of the event, take photos of the event. Don't take photos of you like, oh, look at me, because the eye shouldn't be upon you. Your eye should be on the purpose of why you're protesting in the get-go, you know. And it's like, it's like, man, come on, people. You know,
It should
that's
be like
the
a high
society we
level
live
of focus, right?
in. Yeah, that's just the society we live in. You know, it's all about vanity, you know, and selfishness. You know?
It's all about
I'm
social
wearing this
media
hat right now for vanity.
That's what makes the society almost brain numbing sometimes, you know. People just go about their, you know, that same routine every time, and you almost can do it like daydreaming. You go about your day. Some people, right, with their jobs, 8 to 5, come home, you know. So that's a good question to ask, like, what, you know, how can you go back home, think, come up with some kind of strategy to make a stance, an educated one, you know. But that's hard to do when, you know, you don't have the energy to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just, you know, your brain is just numb. You know what I mean? Where do you know, how do you rally people together? That's totally against, you know, getting people together. You know, you know, they bred us like that for a while now. You see that with our phones. You go home, get on our phones, talking to people, but we're not really we're not really socializing with people. You know, we think we are, but we're not.
It's a different society for sure.
Crazy, the crazy world we live in.
It's crazy how everything flipped. 180.
Like it's like we went through this whole system of life that we've grown up to who we are right now, because this is what was right, you know, this is what we are supposed to do, and we're supposed to shut the fuck up and just let shit be, right? But you got these other people that are like, you know what, fuck that, like. And who didn't go against the grain? Like, who did not go against the grain? And then they made something out of it, right? Like the people that just keep going. Hey, this is what you're supposed to do. You go to school, you fucking listen to the bell, you go on break, and you go back to class, and you fucking do all this bullshit for what? Like, to just follow the systematic fucking way they want us to live. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you try to, you know, like what we're doing right now, talk about it, you know, we can all sit here as adults and have this discussion, but it seems like you have it anywhere else,
everyone was like, something's wrong with that person. Why are you, why do you have a bad attitude?
Yeah.
But it's not that though. You just want to see change, right? You want to make a difference, and you're just tired of the same stuff, right?
But we just need to hit fast forward on 2020 real quick and just move forward. Can we just like skip to the good part?
Can someone finish this Jumanji game, please? Whoever out there started this game, please end it.
It's Truman Show. That's what it feels like. Someone's getting a good laugh at this.
Big brother's watching, always watching. He's probably watching this podcast right now too.
They're gonna take it
Make sure
down
they
right
don't
after
figure
we
it out.
put it up.
It's all right.
Make
Hey,
sure we
big
don't
brother,
figure
make
out
sure
any-
you share the podcast. 360 Chop Shop.
There you go. Shout out.
Well, hey, it's about our time to wrap things up. I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of the 360 Chop Shop podcast. Everybody, make sure you guys follow Alta Performance Institute. Make sure you guys check out their videos, and you guys, if you want to join in, and I'm pretty sure you could find Mikey or Aaron on all social media. Where can they find you guys at? How can they get more information about Alta Performance Institute?
Yeah. So just follow us, Alta Performance Gym. Or you can just follow myself, alta.mikey or alta.cruz for Aaron. Give us a shout out, shoot us a DM, and we'll get at you.
I promise I won't make you eat yogurt with your tuna sandwich.
Hey, man, hey, hold on. You gotta take a bite. You gotta take a bite before we go. You gotta take a bite.
Let us know how it goes.
All right. Yogurt and tuna.
Yogurt versus mayo.
Actually, that was good.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
It's a
But
texture
everyone
thing.
got to
It's a
try it
texture.
before the next show.
Don't use a
All
lot.
right.
Don't use a lot though.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, brothers, for coming in for the 360 Chop Shop podcast. Once again, shout out to Alta Performance Institute and all the members. Thank you guys so much. And everybody, please be safe out there. Whatever it is that you're doing,
Yes.
wherever you at, please be safe. Keep your family safe. If you guys are in a high traffic area where a lot of stuff is going down, I just, my prayers are out for you guys and all the protesters that are out there standing for what's right. My big ups to you guys, much respect to you guys, and every looter out there and every vandal out there just doing wrong. Stop. Just stop. All right. That's what I want to leave you guys with. Nothing but love. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again. Make sure you guys follow. If you guys want to restream this, you guys could follow it on all media outlets, on all podcast outlets, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud. It's going to be up. So thank you guys. You guys also peep out previous episodes. And again, if you guys want to engage in conversation, make sure you do send us a DM on our Instagram or on our Facebook. Again, thank you guys so much. Mikey, Aaron, thank you guys so much. You guys are great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you guys for what you
Yeah,
guys are
thank you
bringing
for
to the
having us.
A31 too, man. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Take care.
Peace.
Good night.
See ya.